Hi you guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to get this very easy look for whatever pool or swimming party you might be going to. Now I know you're looking and thinking, wow, that is really simple, really basic, and it is. But the key to a look that is actually going to stay in place when you're swimming is something that is not overdone, doesn't use too many products, and uses the right products. I've tested this look underwater many times, and I've never had anything budge, come off, drip. I've never had my mascara smudge. I've never had my eyebrows move, and my acne, which I have quite a bit of acne and acne scars going on. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but for my skin it is a lot going on right now, and I can keep those completely covered because really the goal when you're wearing makeup to a pool is just to cover up those things that really bother you, like acne scarring or uneven pigmentation and things like that. So if you guys want to see what I use to get a melt-proof makeup look, go ahead and keep watching. So first up, please excuse me if I sound sick today. It's because I am. I'm sick again. I don't know what is going on, but I have some sort of massive sinus issue and I basically can't breathe. So I kind of sound like a mess today, but I really wanted to show you guys this tutorial in case it is sunny and pretty where you guys are and not an absolute rainy mess and 50 degrees like it is where I am right now. So today I'm going to be showing you what I do when I go swimming to the pool or anything that involves a lot of water. Now the products I'm using are not all necessarily waterproof. Some are waterproof, some are water resistant, others are not, but I have tested out this particular combination many times, and this is what holds up for me when I am in the water. I've already washed, exfoliated, moisturized my face. I used the Clinique Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer this morning. I really like it for when you're in a hurry and need to kind of moisturize and prime at the same time, so that's why I have it on my face. I also already have my eyebrows done, and I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Blonde, and I set it with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I used my little e.l.f. eyebrow brush. I love this combination for absolutely waterproof brows. These are eyebrows that I can go swimming in, I can sleep in, and they don't move. They stay stuck to my face, which is fantastic. So I'm going to start on the eyes just because I already have my brows done and it's easier that way. So I'm using my Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, and this poor thing is so dead now. Like, I still have a decent amount of product left in it, but the poor packaging is so rubbed off. So I'm just going to pop this on my lids. And I know a lot of people use brushes for eyelid primer, but you know what? I just pop it on with my fingers. It works. Whatever works for you. For my eyes, I like to keep them very simple and use shadows that you know hold up well. And don't go overboard, guys. Unless you're just going to the pool to stand around and look cute, which I totally understand because I've done that before, don't go for a full heavy face of makeup. Go light. So I'm using my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm taking a big fluffy crease brush, and I'm just going in with the shade Tempera, and this is just to set my primer. That's all this is being used for. This eye look is really simple. I'm just taking the same brush, and let's see, what do I want to use for my transition? I think we're going to use Raw Sienna as my transition shade today. No, I'm just popping that into the crease and then I'm really blending it out. The whole point of this is just to define the eye a little bit more. That's the whole point. You don't want to wear a ton of eye makeup because no matter how good the products are and how waterproof they claim to be, they will come off if you get like in a major splash fight or you're swimming with your head under the water. They will come off. So I like using products that just add a tiny bit of definition And that way when they do come off, or if they do come off, depending on what you're doing, you're not going to look like a completely different person. And then we're only using one more shadow out of this palette. I'm taking a flat shader brush and I'm going in and grabbing Vermeer, which is just kind of a pearly pink. And then I'm just popping this all over my lid. And that's it. Of course, if you want to wear more, but this is what I like and what I found works really, really well for swimming. So next I'm going to curl my lashes. And then for mascara, I'm using Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express Waterproof. Normally, I will double up my mascaras, but for swimming, this is the only one I will use. Alright, and that's it for the eyes. I keep the eyes very, very, very simple because my big focus when it comes to makeup for going to the pool during the summer is my skin. My big goal, really, with doing makeup when I'm going to the pool is just to cover up any acne, scarring, and make myself look bright and healthy, especially when I'm feeling sick like I am today. And the eyes are just kind of secondary. If you have darker lashes or darker eyebrows that pop more against your skin, you can probably even go ahead and totally skip that. So for skin, of course, I have a dampened beauty blender ready. I already have a primer on because my moisturizer was also my primer. But if you haven't primed your skin yet, make sure to prime your skin with something. It's very, very helpful. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, and I'm mixing 05 Light and 07 Natural in equal parts. So I'll probably do 3 drops of each. And I just dropped those on the back of my hand. Alright, 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let's go with 4. What I do love about this foundation is how easy it is to mix. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really, really easy to mix colors if you don't have a specific color that is matching you at the moment. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this on. I don't believe this is a waterproof foundation, but I have worn this in the pool before and it does stay put. I think part of that is because it's very, very, very lightweight. It's not a super heavy, super cakey foundation, which you do not want. Please do not go to the pool wearing a super duper heavy full coverage foundation plus powder. If for some reason it does come off, you are going to look like a totally different person. I'm just doing enough light coverage. You can still see a lot of the acne I have right now, and you can still see my under eye circles, but we're going to take care of that in just a second. I have my base foundation on, it's very light. So next I'm going to be going in with my concealer, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. And today I'm just putting this on the inner part of my eye. I had been taking my concealer all the way out here and winging it out to help create a highlight. And I noticed that did not create a highlight well for my skin. I know some people who can wear that really, really well. It doesn't work for me. All it does is accentuate any lines you have there. And if your skin's dry, it really shows up. I'm also dotting this wherever I have any breakouts, any acne scarring, anything like that. And around my nose as well. What I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to let that sit. Since I'm mostly covering acne, I want the concealer to get a little bit drier before I blend it out. So I'm just waiting for about a minute, and then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and just tap out that concealer. So now I've got my beauty blender and I'm just tapping on top of the concealer. Once concealer has dried a tiny bit on your skin, not fully dry, but just set up a little bit, you can typically blend it out a lot easier without having it slip off of the acne. You know how when you go to blend out a concealer right away and all of a sudden you've got concealer all around but nothing on the spot? That's the trick to that, is letting your concealer just sit for just a minute. And so you can see all of that is getting covered up really, really well. If any of it seems like it's having trouble blending out, go in with your finger, and the warmth of your finger will help as well. Alright, now to set all of that concealer, I'm going in with my NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. I have tested this under the water and it works amazing, and I'm also just using a Real Techniques brush to set that. I'm setting wherever I have concealer. And then I'm also going to set anywhere that I know is prone to getting oily or my foundation is prone to rubbing off. The reason we're only setting the areas that get really oily or have concealer is because we don't want this looking too cakey. We want it as glowy as possible, but we're not using highlighter. So you don't have the highlighter to give that glow to your skin, because highlighter plus water, not that good. Especially if your highlighter has any glitter or sparkles in it, it's going to go everywhere. So now that I have everything set, I am not doing blush. I'm just going in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and a gigantic fluffy brush. And I am just bronzing. I'm not doing contour or highlight or blush. None of that. Now, if you are staying out of the water and you want to go ahead and do that, be my guest, have a blast. But for going in the water, I found that just a light bronzing of your skin, just to warm it up, looks so much better. Now, I do look slightly washed out here, but the only reason that is because I have my studio lights in here because there's no natural sun today. When you take this look out into the actual natural sun, you're going to look very warm and very glowy. Alright, last thing is lips. Now, I recommend personally not wearing lipstick when swimming. I recommend going with a nice lip balm just because you're most likely going to be eating at some point or drinking things. I know when I go swimming or to a pool party, there's 99% of the time there are snacks, there's greasy junk food, and a standard lipstick is going to wear off very quickly in the water, and then a matte liquid lip is going to be taken off the second you have anything with greases or fats in it. So make it easy, and I'm just wearing my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Lip Therapy. Alright guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I know you're kind of thinking, wow, that was your tutorial? That was awfully simple. But I know it's probably helpful to somebody out there, so I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or just want to say hi, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!